So we've been talking about peace, and we've been talking about how we are currently in the situation, in the world situation, how we find ourselves, and what we can do to maybe bring some peace to this world. So I'd like to ask you, peace for you is like what?
Peace for me is like remaining calm.
And what kind of calm?
It's calm even when things are not going my way, like I'm not getting what I want, or somebody cuts me off on the highway, or somebody slows me down. So even when I'm not getting what I want, I am calm. And that for me means that, there is going to be peace in my day.
And it's when you're not getting what you want and you can be calm, and then there'll be peace in your day. And when you're calm like that, whereabouts is the calm?
I think it's where is that calm? It's like an internal calm. So there's this, like this whole thing, I'm just calm. Yeah.
And an internal thing, just like this. Does it have a size or a shape?
For some reason, it feels like a column, and it's a column of muted white light.
Column, muted white light, and that's the calm. That you remain when you're not getting what you want. And what helps you to remain calm when you're not getting what you want?
I think it's a story, and it's a quote from James Lawley. So the story is a story about how sometimes when people delay you, or you end up having to do something instead of what you planned, it could potentially be saving you from a calamity or an accident down the road. And that story I got from when 9/11 happened. And a lot of people wrote into the New York Times right after that to talk about how their toddler was having a screaming fit that morning, or their taxi was late. And then as a result, they didn't get into work on time. And as a result, they were saved, they lived. So that's a story that has lived with me. And so now when people cut me off on the road, when I'm driving, I'm like, oh, they've just done me a good thing. So, and then that keeps me calm. That's the first. The second thing that helps me is a quote from James Lawley, who said, the problem isn't the problem is your relationship to the problem. And I may not have control over a problem, but I do have control about what kind of relationship I want to have with the problem. And that's been with me, especially during this terrible time of the war in Ukraine, right? So there's a problem, but I can choose what kind of relationship I want to have with that problem.
So there's a story you have and a quote, and both help you to remain calm. And what do you know now about peace?
For me, peace is the multiple everyday decisions that I make, especially when I'm not getting what I want, or when things are not going according to plan. And it's at that point where I have a choice, like what decision am I going to make at that point when I'm not getting what I want? And of course, there are days when I lose it. I'm only human. But there are also ample opportunities for me to just do that little bit of pause and go, do I want to step into that white column of light and just remain calm so that I can have peace in my day?
Thank you for sharing that with me and sharing it with our listeners.